Hey there, it's Gus Wagner. That's my wall. And that's me. Hey, how's it going? Gus Wagner with the Rocket Group here, talking again about the 31 days of LinkedIn. Today, it's kind of funny. How you doing, Gungoran? Today, we're going to be talking about LinkedIn as far as taking it to the real world, which is kind of what I'm doing here with the Periscope video chat, the live stream here. So we just posted up on rocketgroupllc.com. We just posted up on the website a blog called Taking LinkedIn to the Real World. And what that's about is mainly taking your connection, whether that connection was one that you initiated or that they initiated, and taking that connection to the next level, to the real world. And before I get into any of this, I want to preface this by saying I'm not touting any kind of LinkedIn dating application or situations like that. I know this kind of stuff's going on. I hear the horror stories of mostly from our female fans who are telling us how people are seeking them out on LinkedIn and sending non-professional messages through the professional network of LinkedIn. So stop it. Stop it. That's just weird stuff, man. And ladies, if you're doing it, it's just weird stuff and it's ruining for everybody. And the key thing is it reflects back upon the professional reputation of yourself because it's connected to your professional biography. It's connected to your resume, and if you're acting like that on LinkedIn, you're not helping yourself and you're not helping anybody, and you're probably striking out more than you're getting any hits when it comes to using LinkedIn as a dating app. So with that said, let's move on. So if someone is has asked you to connect with them on LinkedIn, it's a bit of an easier situation to move to a real world conversation. And that real world conversation can be anything from a phone call to a Skype to maybe a Google Hangout, maybe a Blab. If you're not familiar with Blab, check it out. It's pretty sweet. Blab.im. As I say this on the Periscope app. If they have initiated the conversation, they're looking to connect with you for maybe they just know you, maybe they know you through the neighborhood, maybe they know you through your reputation, maybe they know you through professional circles, whatever. So if you're if the connection is coming into you, it's inbound, it's a lot easier to take it to a real world conversation, interaction, if that's something you're interested in. Something I talked about here on the blog is what was referred to and still referred to as Lion on LinkedIn. And I'm not really sure that's still something that's publicly going on, but Lion is LinkedIn Open Networking or Networker. And those were folks that would accept any and all invitations to connect on LinkedIn. It was very prevalent in the early days of LinkedIn. I know the practice still goes on, but I think they've gotten away from the actual name of LinkedIn, or I'm sorry, of Lion in the process there. So, and actually, LinkedIn does frown on the practice of being a lion. So be careful with who you're connecting with there. I myself, as a LinkedIn user and not nearly as good of a LinkedIn user as I could be, I find myself somewhere in the middle of an open network and being selective. It's gotten to the point now where so many folks are trying to be salesy through the LinkedIn connections that I pick and choose, and I know many others pick and choose who they are connecting to. So if you have the time when somebody's asking for a connection, you have the power and you have the time to go and search them out, see who they are, see what mutual connections they are, see what it is that they're doing professionally, what is the impetus for them wanting to be connected to you. You'll have a better relationships and you'll have a better time with LinkedIn. It'll be something you'll be more apt to spend more time with. Now, if you ask someone to connect on LinkedIn, here's where it's a little more difficult because now you are the person initiating the relationship. You are the person initiating the conversation. So just like in the real world, if you're initiating a business relationship, you're meeting somebody in a networking event, you're doing whatever, the perception is going to be that you're going to be trying to sell yourself, your service, your product, what have you, to the person that you're trying to talk to. So be careful or be cognizant of that, because that's going to be the uh, the perception. And so you make sure that when you do go out and seek to make connections with folks, that you do have all your I's dotted on, you have all your T's crossed on your LinkedIn profile, and so you're giving a good image. So when they go, they see your request to connect, then they go and they can check out your profile and see who you are, what you're about, what you might possibly be trying to sell them, and then you can, if they accept the connection, then you can follow up. Now, something that makes it a little bit difficult, I do suggest in the blog, and I'll say it here, that you shouldn't wait 30 seconds after that connection is received from the person that you asked. You should not go and try to get them out for a cup of coffee or a telephone call or that web conference. You shouldn't be trying to do those things right off the bat. I would suggest going out and interacting with them and their content across LinkedIn, seeing if there's mutual interests or mutual connections, other things that could lead to a deeper conversation. The problem with this is that so many of us are inactive on LinkedIn other than promoting ourselves or updating our resume that's on the platform. So if you're folks that you're trying to connect with, you see that they're not very active, they're not posting anything, they're not publishing anything through the blog publisher, they're not even posting posts through the status updates. Well, then they're just in the process of collecting connections. So you probably are going to be a little bit better, but you're probably not going to have a great success rate with trying to just move that conversation. Hey Gus, I connected with you on LinkedIn. I'd like to talk to you. Can we get together over a coffee, a beer, a cake, whatever? Or do you have time for a phone call, email if you're not geographically located close to me? So there's just a couple things you need to be aware of there. So if the folks look like they're just dormant, if they're just lurking on LinkedIn or just merely accepting connections, and if they're barely scratching the surface of LinkedIn, well, go ahead and take the chance. But I think either way, your success rate is going to be very poor. With just going out and interacting cold with people you've just connected with. So I'm not sure anybody's still watching this here on the live stream, but if you see this video on YouTube, you see it on the blog, do you have any good, bad, or indifferent LinkedIn experiences regarding people trying to connect with you like this? About moving these LinkedIn connections to real world connections. Do you have any great stories? Did you meet your business partner like this? Did you meet your banker like this? Your lawyer? Was it somebody that became a mentor? Or worse, did you have some bad or indifferent experiences? Talk about them in the comments below the blog. Feel free to ping me anytime. Love to hear stories like this about good, bad, and indifferent social media success stories. And something else as we come here to close. If you've been enjoying this, if you've been reading this, I mean, we're getting the hits on the blog, so I know people are interacting with this. If you have been doing this, hit the share tools to the side of the blog. You can share it across Facebook, you can share it across Twitter, you can even share it across LinkedIn, and share it with your audiences out there about what we're doing with this 31 days of LinkedIn. So again, rocketgroupllc.com. I am Gus Wagner. I'm at Rocket Group on Twitter and here on Periscope. And if there's anything we can do to help you out to understand LinkedIn or social media or marketing or anything that gets your words and pictures out there to tell your story to the people that you'd like it told to, let us know. Again, Gus Wagner. I will talk to you soon. Here comes the awkward screen touching to turn off the Periscope.